So when we talk about sequels this year, obviously the narrative is gonna be around how Avatar fans had to wait 13 years to get a sequel, but let's not forget about those loyal Puss in Boots fans that had to wait 11 years to get a sequel too. But honestly, this movie made me believe that the multiverse is real, because I don't know how we got a version of this film that is this good. What's up guys, I'm Sully Streams. I post videos every week about which movies are actually worth your time and which ones are just hot garbage. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you keep on adding to that never-ending watch list. And today I'm very excited because we're talking about the new movie in the Shrek franchise, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. All you need to know about this one is that it follows Puss in Boots after he discovers his adventures have taken their toll. He's somehow burnt through 8 of his 9 lives. With no time to spare, Puss takes off on an epic journey to find the mythical last wish and restore his 9 lives. So people legitimately laughed when I told them that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish was one of my most anticipated movies of this year. They really shouldn't have been surprised though. Like, I love the first 2 Shrek movies. I even liked the first Puss in Boots movie. I was just that perfect demographic when these movies were coming out. I think I was like 7 years old when the original hit theaters. I even wrote a 15-page paper in college about how the first Shrek movie is a masterpiece. Got an A on it, by the way. I'm sure you were wondering. Might have to see if I can dig that up to post that on here just for shits and gigs. But anyway, it's been 21 years since the first Shrek and 11 years since the last Puss in Boots movie. So I feel like DreamWorks knew we needed to take a little break from this franchise because the last couple were duds, and they weren't going to release another one unless they knew they had a certified banger on their hands. And lucky for us, they do. This is probably the most mature movie that DreamWorks has ever made. I mean, the themes in here are heavy. Puss is down to his last life and is having a full-blown identity crisis. He's obsessed with getting his lives back and feels like he's nothing without them. He keeps saying the legend will never die, but here he is, forced to face a reality where the opposite is a real possibility. And I won't say much more about it, but this movie deals a lot with staring death square in the face and loving life. And it's all about our character's journey and realizing that having one life is what makes it special and worth living in the first place. This is just a full-blown, legitimate Western when you boil it down. Our once fearless desperado is shaken and vulnerable, but finds a way to dig down deep and press on for one last adventure. It's honestly hard to say all of this with a straight face. I mean, this is Puss in Boots we're talking about here, and I'm going on about death and mortality, but I mean every word of it, I swear. The visuals this time around had me hypnotized. I mean, they are not like the Shrek movies we've gotten in the past. It's a lot more of a cartoony vibe that mixes 2D and 3D animation. What comes to mind instantly is it's very similar to Into the Spider-Verse or The Mitchells vs. the Machines. It works to add that larger-than-life fairy tale aspect, and it was a great decision by DreamWorks. All of the action sequences looked like you'd seen a storybook come to life, and all of the characters involved look better than they ever have. And speaking of these characters, the voice cast puts in some serious work here. Antonio Banderas is as great as he always is voicing Puss in Boots. It's awesome having Salma Hayek back as Kitty Softpaws, but Harvey Guillen steals the show as Perro. He plays this quirky little therapy dog sidekick that tags along whether Puss wants him to or not, and he definitely delivers up the most laughs throughout the movie. I'm praying we get to see more of this character in the future. It would be extremely foolish of them not to bring him back. But even the secondary characters here have big names behind them. John Mulaney voices Jack Horner, Florence Pugh voices Goldilocks, and Olivia Colman voices Mama Bear. Funny enough too, this is the best project that all 3 of them have even been a part of this year. And before we move on, my God, Wagner Moura as the Big Bad Wolf leaves a massive impression. His performance gave me chills on numerous occasions. That character is gonna scare the shit out of little kids. Not only is he the looming villain in this movie, but he's also the personification of death, getting closer and closer to Puss in Boots no matter how far he tries to run. The way his character was handled, it was just so good. But I'm just gushing at this point. I could talk about this movie all day. We need to wrap this up. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish gave me everything I could have wanted out of it and more. The visuals are incredible. The voice acting is top-notch. Even the story is surprisingly deep and emotional. It's been a long time since we had a decent entry in the Shrek franchise, and this surpassed all of my expectations. I had a big stupid grin on my face the entire time. It's not just a great movie, it also got me super excited about what's hopefully to come next. All of these things combined to deliver a smash hit for fans of the Shrek franchise in the best animated movie of 2022. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish gets a Sully score of 4.5 stars. So that's my review of the new Puss in Boots movie. If you need me, I'm going to be playing All Star by Smash Mouth on repeat until they give us a new Shrek entry. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to go check this one out or if you've already seen it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys at the next video.